Hey guys, this is Jarek with Bull Stocks for Beginners. Just going to go over a bullish candlestick pattern that we like to call the 3-line strike. Real quick, here it is. 1, 2, 3 candles. Those are bearish candles. Then you got a nice bullish candle. I like to use a couple indicators here when I'm doing this. Here is the RSI. I like to draw a line down the 50 RSI. Just to show if it's oversold, overbought, what have you. Here in this instance, it is oversold. And then here's the MACD. MACD's red, so I don't buy in there because these red candles are scary. Also, you're still below the 50 RSI. There's only one confirmation here, but it's not strong enough for me to buy in. So I'm going to take this over a little bit here. This is where my entry would be because it's getting closer to that 50 RSI. Here it finally gets over it, and that's where my entry point is. Not to mention, I've got 1, 2 nice green candles, bright green on the MACD. So if I bought there, I'd be at $15.47 a share. I buy 100 shares. I'm paying $1,547 for 100 shares of the ticker HYLN. So now, looking at that, there's a couple things. Here you've got nice green candles. MACD finally crossed over, but crossed over there, came back to the MACD here again. That's where I bought in. Here, going over. If I bought in there, look at that, guys. It keeps going. The reason that I'm showing you this is because once it hit that 50 RSI line, it stayed on it. Yeah, it dropped down a little bit. Still didn't scare me that much. You know, it's back and forth, back and forth. Now it's making some room. It's getting above this RSI line, and it's getting some momentum. So now it got here, and it got overbought. It keeps going. Okay, so at the top of this peak, if I were to sell it somewhere in here, I'm making almost 200 bucks. Yes, it's oversold. MACD looks beautiful. Nice bright green candles. Okay, there's a lot of volume going on in here. Keeps going. Notice it dipped back down to the 70 RSI, which is where you know if it's overbought. It just dipped down to it. It kept sticking to it. So I stayed with it. I did not sell my shares. Kept going, kept going, kept going. You've got the VWAP and the SMA, the 14-day SMA and the VWAP. The SMA crossed the VWAP, and we've got beautiful blue skies. Well, down here, it got overbought, started going back down to my 50 RSI, but it didn't really get past it. It kind of bounced off of it. Typically, when it's above the VWAP, I'm okay with this, guys. I stay in. Now, this is me. This is my opinion. This is not financial advice. This is just reading a chart. Continuing on, you know, the candles are following the SMA. That's nice. It's still above the VWAP, which is the volume weighted average price. Still riding the 50 RSI. Keeps going, guys. Look at that. If I sold here, which in the overbought area, if I sold here, you're making $200 plus. You keep going because it didn't get past the RSI, the 50 RSI. Keep going. Look at that, guys. Wow. What a runner. Now, if you notice here, we've got some issues, right? You get up here, you hit the high of the day, which is $22.25. Guys, if you sold around here somewhere, you would make $700 on your $1,500 investment on your 100 shares. Notice you're overbought, still above VWAP, but look how fast right here, look how fast this line's getting to that RSI 50. It dips under it just a little bit, goes back up. So probably right here, if you sold here, you'd still make 600 bucks. You might think, oh, it's going to keep going, but look at your MACD. Your MACD is completely red. This is starting to come under your 50 RSI. So my exit point would have been somewhere around here in this area. You know, don't get greedy, guys. Never get greedy. That's how you lose your money. But anyways, going on, moving forward. Notice it's dropping below the 50 RSI. It's staying below it. Sure, it comes up just a little bit for air, but guys, look at that. Boom, it's getting there. It's getting to that oversold again. So in this case, it's coming back down to the VWAP. Goes up a little bit, goes up a little bit, but guys, be cautious. I would have sold. I would have made my 700, my 600 bucks, called it a day. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like, share it with your friends. You know, if you want to ask questions about it, put them in the comments. Don't private message us. It makes it harder for us to give you guys good information on tickers, and it doesn't share it with anybody. So if you have a question that you think, you know, is odd, ask it. There's somebody else that's thinking it's odd too, and they might be afraid to ask that question. So we're here to help. Let us know, and trade smart. You know, watch your entry points, look for confirmation, use your indicators. They're there for a reason, and we'll talk to you next time.